Those tidbits of Jesus Christ, the meaning of Israel. The name Israel originated in an event in the patriarch Jacob's life when, on his way to return to his homeland, he was wrestled with an angel all night and going into the morning. Genesis records that the angel said to him, "No longer will your name be Jacob," the man told him, "but Israel, because you have fought with God and with men and have prevailed." So, how does this apply to Jesus Christ, who is the very center of Israel and the very root of it? Well, when he prayed in the garden as his trial was approaching, his prayer was, "Father, let this cup pass from me, but not what I will, what you do will." So he struggled with God. And also an example where Christ struggled with men is when he drove the money exchangers out of the temple, accusing them, and rightly so, of making that house of God into a den of thieves. However, during his trial and his leading up to his crucifixion, he endured the tortures, the beatings, the mockings, but he did not strike back. Even while on the cross, he did not strike back, but said, "Father, forgive them, for they don't know what they're doing." Even when he endured God's righteous anger against all the evil and wickedness of mankind throughout all of the ages from the beginning to the end, he did not retaliate against God. So that makes Jesus Christ our perfect high priest. He took it all from both men and from God. He did not retaliate against either men or against God. Now, how is it that the Father would listen to Jesus' prayer, but he would not listen to the prayers of those who would never turn away from their sins? In Hebrews it says, "During his earthly life, Christ offered both requests and supplications with loud cries and tears to the one who was able to save him from death, and he was heard because of his devotion." He was heard because of his godly awe of the Father. Jesus Christ knew the Father. He knew this about him, that the Father himself would have come down, went to the cross, and would have taken on the sins and death and hell and punishment for our sakes if he and Jesus had switched places. Same is true with the Holy Spirit. God listened to him and took to heart his prayer because of Christ's godly awe of the Father. Because Christ knew that of the Father, because he knew that was true of himself. So who better to have a high priest? The one who endured God's righteous anger and did not retaliate like so many of us would do when something bad happens to us. And he also did not retaliate against man when men were mistreating him. So here we have our high priest now in heaven, who knows exactly what it is like to be truly God, and he knows exactly what it is to be truly human.